So Valorant's latest agent Neon is here, and in this video I'll be breaking down all 4 of her abilities that we know. Now unfortunately we don't quite have the exact names of these abilities yet, nor do we have the exact stats as in how long they'll last, how much they'll cost, how many ultimate points you need for an ultimate and stuff like that, but nonetheless I'll be breaking down what each ability does and which one's likely to be her signature ability and stuff like that. So first things first, we'll be looking at her sprint ability, as you can see right here, and I imagine this is going to be the one that is her signature ability. So like how Viper has her wall and Sage has her heal, Neon will likely have this sprint every single round, and then it could work either in the sense that maybe it's on a meter and you can sprint for a certain amount of time per round. So that would almost be like Sky's heal, like how Sky's got a set amount of heals, Neon might have a set amount of sprint per round. Or alternatively, it could just be on a cooldown and you get to sprint for like up to 10 seconds each time, and just depending on how much you use it, depends on how short the cooldown is or something like that. Now it is also worth pointing out that you aren't going to be able to use your weapons while you're sprinting. As you can see here, both her hands are out while she's sprinting. And then also, I want to move into talking about her slide ability now, because it seems to me that it's going to be a part of the actual sprint feature or sprint ability as well, because you can see here when this is like the only clip that shows of her sliding, and you can see when she slides, she's already sprinting at the start of this. So my understanding is that it's going to be like the finishing part, like maybe you don't have to slide at the end of her sprint ability, but that is going to be the only time that you can. It's almost like 2 abilities in one. And also I've seen a lot of people complaining about like sliding and gunning and how it's going to be really broken, but if you look at the spray here before this Neon player stands still, one of the bullets hits the side of the generator there, and that is nowhere near where they're aiming. So sliding and gunning is going to be atrocious, but that is going to be most likely 2 abilities in one there, with the sliding and the sprinting. The next ability, which we see the least gameplay of, is this concussion grenade. Although it seems to be fairly self-explanatory, it just bounces off walls and then lands. Personally, I think this is going to work similarly to how Sova's dart works, and you can control how many bounces it has, up to 2, because you can see here when she throws it, it bounces once off wall, and then as soon as it hits the second wall, it then just lands and just drops. I personally think that you'll be able to control that, and for example, if she wanted it to, it could just drop right on the first wall, but we will have to wait and see with that one. Next up is her wall ability, as you can see here, comparable to Phoenix's walls. However, there's 2 of them instead of 1 of them, and unlike Phoenix's walls, you can't curve them, but you can see here they are pretty long. Like, she's all the way in B main on split, and they seem to reach all the way to back of side. So these walls can stretch really far. Going to be really useful for entering onto sites. Probably going to be fairly expensive though. I wouldn't even be surprised if it costs like 300-400 credits. Although having said that, it could also just last for a really short period of time. Last but not least, moving on to Neon's ultimate ability. As you can see here, it seems like she'll get charged up, and then rather than using her own gun, she gets like this beam in her finger, which you can use to track your enemies. It also seems that during this entire time, she's got enhanced movement speed, as you can see right here. Obviously, we don't know the exact health of the enemies here. You would assume they've got full health, full shields, but she does seem to kill them pretty quickly. We'll have to wait until we get the exact DPS on that, but I can't see that being that strong when someone can just one-tap you. So we'll have to wait and see how that one works. But very exciting, all this stuff about the new agent. If you guys have any more questions about Neon or anything else that I covered in this video, comment it down below. I'll do my best to get back to you on that. Otherwise though, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you all next time. See ya.